If ever there was a year that deserved the term hickledy-pickledy, then I would say 2025 was definitely that. Not a disaster, but certainly not a boom. In fact, it kept everyone guessing, including those people like myself that have been doing this for decades. Let's start at the beginning.
Quarter one began slowly, as it often does. Christmas hangovers, cautious buyers, and vendors inquiring about the value of their home kept us busy. But beneath the surface, there were some very encouraging signs. Residential sales instructions were up by 38%. And more importantly, properties exchanging contracts were also up by the same amount. That told us confidence had not gone away. It was just being a little selective. Quarter two brought a slight reversal in mood. Instructions dipped by 22%. But here's the interesting part. Properties exchanging contracts compared to the same period in 2024 were up by a huge 60%. Deals were getting done, just taking much longer to get there. And that brings me neatly to one of the big themes of 2025. Time. The average time from agree to exchange is now about 4.5 months, and it's getting longer. New legislation around fire risk assessments, higher building regulations, slower local searches, and managing agent delays on leasehold properties have become the main cause of frustration. Buyers and sellers want to move, but the system is not helping them. Quarter three gave us a glimmer of hope with the interest rate reduction in August. Spirits briefly lifted. Then the autumn budget loomed, and uncertainty crept back in. Instructions fell by 20% and viewings by 30%, as buyers and vendors sat on their hands waiting to see what might be coming. Despite that, exchanges were still up by 14%, which again tells you the underlying market was far more resilient than the noise suggested. Quarter four was tougher. Instructions fell by 19%, valuations by 44%, and deals agreed dropped by 45%. Exchanges were down by 40%, largely as a knock-on from the quieter third quarter. Many people chose to sit tight while waiting for clarity from Rachel Reeves. But, and this is important, once the budget passed, December saw an uplift in activity. More deals were agreed than in the previous 2 months combined, helped by a further interest rate cut from the Bank of England. That felt like the market was finally exhaling.
That was 2025 in a nutshell. Not the worst, but certainly not the best. What lies ahead in 2026? Visit hudsonsproperty.com/blogs for my interpretation of what I think will happen next year. Thanks for listening and Happy New Year.